Minnesota Vikings cornerback room has gone through quite a bit of upheaval during this offseason. Xavier Rhodes, he gone. Crocodile tears. Yeah. Troy Waynes signed in Cincinnati for $1 bajillion. Mackenzie Alexander, he also went to the Queen City as well. They all gone. They gone, right? But enter rookies: El Jefe Gladney, first-round pick; Tiny Dancer, third-round pick; Harrison Hand, a day 3 pick, as well as 17 other rookie cornerbacks as well. And it's crowded. Like, it is crowded with a lot of young, up-and-coming talent, which is great. But amongst all the change, are we short-changing second-year cornerback Kris Boyd? I think we actually are. And I think that possibly moving him to safety would be a good way to keep him in the fold, because clearly the Vikings like him. So let's recap. 7th round pick last year out of Texas, former college teammate of Holton Hill, as well as Jerry Gray when he was here last year. Hook'em Longhorns, those ties, blah, blah, blah. But Kris Boyd, 5'11 and a half inch is important. 201 pounds, former 4-star recruit from Gilmer, Texas, stayed in-state, played for the Burnt Orange? Sure. 3-year starter for the Longhorns, 32 career starts. As a senior, 67 tackles, 4.5 tackles for loss, 16 passes broken up, and route to first team all Big 12, which, cornerbacks in the Big 12, a bit of a punchline, but Boyd actually held up pretty well. NFL.com's Lance Zierlein, our boy. Plus, Lance lives in Houston, so he would obviously know the Texas football scene, so he's very familiar with Kris Boyd. He actually had Boyd projected as a 4th-round pick. So the fact that the Vikings got him in the 7th, stole him. Love it. At the combine, tested out really well. Like, very decent size for a cornerback, very stout, 201. Did have short arms, short wingspan. More on that in a sec. Ran a 4.45 40. Had a nice broad jump at 10 feet 7 inches. 19 reps on the bench. Just overall, checked the boxes athletically. Was strong. Was just a really good combine for Kris Boyd. So again, his play on the field matched with pretty decent combine. The fact that the Vikings got him in the 7th, we'll take it. Boom. Had a great preseason, made the 53. Dressed and played in all 18 games last season, so 16 plus the 2 playoff, which is pretty impressive. Mainly played special teams last year, 351 special team snaps, which was the most on the team, which was even more than Eric Wilson, even more than special teams captain J-Ron Kris. But he missed a couple games for reasons. So it was a very integral part of what they did on special teams. Mauro Maloof and his unit. And did contribute 97 overall defensive snaps. Most of them was against Chicago, but did put up a 49.3 PFF grade, so not ideal. Was targeted 14 times, giving up 10 catches, 105 yards, 0 touchdowns. As well as a 92.9 quarterback rating when thrown out. But what he showed in preseason as well as in season, that he was a very solid tackler, which is something that stood out about his game at Texas. In season, he had 12 tackles on defense and a 71.4 PFF tackling grade, which was a saving grace, by the way. I mean, otherwise his PFF overall grade might have been in the 30s. But that 71.4 was second on the team for cornerbacks, behind only Mac Alexander. So he's the number 1 returning cornerback tackler. All right, Trey Waynes had a really bad tackling year, by the way, last year. So let's recap. Kris Boyd. You got a crowded-ass cornerback room filled with a lot of really young, really good up-and-coming talent. But in Kris Boyd, you have a guy that you really like on special teams, who's a really solid tackler, pretty decent in coverage as well. But drawbacks: got tight hips, one of the reasons why he fell to late day 3, as well as short arms and wingspan for a cornerback, also one of the reasons why he fell to late day 3 last year. So add that all together, I wouldn't be shocked if the Vikings eventually gave him a shot at safety, where tightness in hips and length of the arms, like, that's really important for cornerbacks, less so much for a safety. And I think Kris Boyd could actually transition pretty easily to being a strong safety, but still having some nice ranginess to be able to play free safety at times as well. So I don't think that he necessarily would be a liability at either part of what Vikings head coach Mike Zimmer asked the safeties to do, right? And I think he's got good size and would make a lot of sense. And I think he'd frankly do really good back there. Also, if you think about it, as I pointed out in the Josh Metellus video, the third safety right now behind Harris and Harrison is Josh Metellus. Right, so there's ample opportunity there. Plus, you don't know what the future is with Anthony Harris, so you do have to have some contingency fallback plans. I'm really good at English, guys. Trust me. And the team, like we said, obviously likes Boyd. I think they could get swamped out of that cornerback room, because you got Hughes, Gladney, Dantzler, and Holton. I think those 4 are locks right away. And what are you going to do? Carry 5 6 cornerbacks. Can you carry 7? Like maybe, but you have Harrison Hand, you have Neville Clark, the UDFA out of Central Florida. I think they could make a really solid push to make the roster as well. So you could easily see Kris Boyd just being edged out of the top 6 and through no fault of his own. It's just like the other guys are really good, right? So I think by moving Boyd to safety, keep him on the roster, have him play special teams, keep him in the fold, and also you play to his strengths. I think that he could be a really successful safety at the NFL level and develop into a little bit some. So your thoughts, Kris Boyd, Pride, Texas. Hook him moving to safety. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Pull us up on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. But until next time, Skull. Production value.